Fairman inside our feature, the Career Corner. Gotta say good morning to Andrew. Andrew, are you hearing me?
I
Or
am morning.
take this, and then we come back. We have a chat with Andrew. Let me see if I'm hearing him.
Are you hearing
Good
me?
morning, Andrew.
Hi, morning. How are you?
There you are. Got you loud and clear. Top of the morning to you, sir.
Yes, morning. It's great to be here. I'm super excited. I'm not coming on camera because it's raining, and we're in Jamaica, and the internet is not as stable as our counterparts in America, the UK.
I got you, sir. I got you.
Yes. Um, so I'm happy to be here. It's an awesome Monday morning. I'm very grateful. God has been faithful. He has been good. And for that, I'm truly blessed. And, we just have to guard our hearts well. I think in Proverbs, there's a scripture that says, guard your heart well, for out of it come the issues of life. So as we guard our hearts, let's talk about what I have in store for today. In fact, I'll be touching on a few things. Um, you hearing me?
Yes, man. I'm hearing you loud and clear. You're here with me.
Oh, you were extremely quiet, so wondered. I want to talk about an event that I have coming up tomorrow, which is actually a virtual job fair. Um, and I figured that we needed to have this because, again, it's a pandemic. A lot of people, it's almost a few months from being a year since we actually started this. We heard about this pandemic, and people are still struggling. Some still haven't found a job. So I've decided that we need to put on what we call a virtual job fair. We have about 5 or 6 companies that will be participating. Um, and people from anywhere can join once they're close to Kingston or Montego Bay. So this job fair starts tomorrow at 6:30 in the evening, and it's going to be broadcasted on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. Uh, so the participants are able to join live. It will be done via StreamYard. So what will happen is that they will tune in virtually, and they can ask their questions through chat, etc. However, we're saying to all the participants that they must be ready because we will also invite them on stage, so to speak, on camera, where they will turn their cameras on, and then they will be able to interact directly with the recruiter. Because we have about 5 recruiters joining, maybe 6, so it's going to have a time limit. So at the end part of this discussion, I'll touch on some tips to get them prepared, to get them ready for that. Um, a virtual job fair is different from a face-to-face job fair.
Mhm.
Some of the companies that will be participating, Sagicor, the Sagicor Jamaica, will be participating, and you know that they have um, offices right across Jamaica.
The
So
island. Yes.
um, exactly right across the island, Kingston, all over. So they will be participating. Then I have Caribbean Producers Jamaica.
Hmm.
They will be participating as well. And they have offices again in Kingston and in Montego Bay.
Hmm.
I have Concentrics. Concentrics is a business process outsourcing firm, and they have offices in Montego Bay and in Kingston. I have Vistaprint Jamaica, and they're in Montego Bay at Fairfield. And then I have EY Jamaica, so Ernst and Young, which
Uh-huh.
is a huge accounting and auditing firm. Um, they will be participating, and I think that I'm not sure if they have an office in Montego Bay. I know that they're in Kingston, but you have to tune in tomorrow to get that information. And then we have Seed for Global Solutions, which is a BPO. So I could say three BPOs, but I'm going to say two because Vistaprint consider them, they don't consider themselves to be a
That is
BPO.
true.
Yes. So C4, which is a collection firm, and they're looking for they're looking for recruiters and they're looking for collection agents. Um, I know Ernst and Young, they're looking for some high level roles.
Mhm.
So this is not just for entry level people. They're looking for tax managers. They're looking for um, senior advisors in terms of at the managerial level, so they can tune in for that. And for Sagicor, they're looking for from entry level contact center agents to right up to managers as well.
Uh-huh.
Um, Concentrics, they're looking for agents and they're looking for managers as well, and this is for both locations.
All
And Vistaprint, they're
right.
looking for.
So, Andrew, if I may interrupt, I want to take you back to the beginning. So, you're sharing with the listeners that there'll be a virtual job fair, and I want you to share again the platform and how they will be able to participate in this virtual job fair.
Awesome. So the platform, well, we're going to be broadcasting live across LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook, and it's going to be done via StreamYard. And so there's no registration link that they need to sign up with. They don't need to reserve their spot. It's going to be live broadcast. And the reason we're doing that is because after the job fair has ended, others who've missed out will be able to go back and watch it and get the information and get the email address and still apply. So that's why we've decided to use this medium rather than Zoom, where once it's done, and you never get to see it again.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
However, it's a little bit different because you can't. We're going to invite you to come on live. So we probably have 100 people tuning in or 200 people tuning in, and then you have to come on screen. So you have to prepare for that. If you don't want to turn your cameras on, you can do exactly what I'm doing now by still coming on and block out your camera and talk to the recruiter or recruiters directly. It's going to be about five or so of them, maybe 10, because they're going to be having one person on screen and then they're going to be having one person in the chat to ensure that your questions are being answered and directing you appropriately, while myself and the team were featuring you on screen. Um, so that's it. It's exciting. It's different, and it's just one of the initiatives that we're putting together
Time,
to ensure that. I'm
time,
sorry.
time and date. We might have missed the time, and it is happening tomorrow.
Oh, yes, tomorrow. So it is tomorrow at 6:30 in the evening or in the
Right.
afternoon. And it's going to be on TalentBox Jamaica on Facebook and YouTube.
Mhm.
And if you're on LinkedIn, you have to join me at Andrew K. Fairman, the
Mhm.
headhunter.
Mhm.
So that's where I'd be broadcasting from on LinkedIn. However, you can also join a group that I have. I have a group with about 12,000 followers, and that's Jobs Unlimited Jamaica. It's a closed user group actually, I will be broadcasting from there. So there are various ways in which you can join. You can also join Career JA. So we're actually going, to be quite frank, we're broadcasting from about 5 locations.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so if you miss it here, you can catch it at another location. So that's that that I have in store. You have to be ready. You have to be prepared for that because it's going to be exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so as we talk about the job fair, and virtual job fair for that matter, it's important that you pay attention. It's important that you get yourself ready because you're competing against probably 100 people, maybe more. We don't know,
Yes.
but you have to be deliberate. You have to be prepared. So the first thing that you want to do when you're doing a job fair and a virtual job fair for that matter is that you've got to do your homework.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of companies will be there and they know who they're looking for. All these companies have shared multiple roles that they're hiring for. Um, and so the strategy that a recruiter usually subscribe to is getting a lot of people in, trying to talk to as much candidates as possible so that they can really find their ideal candidate. So you
Mm-hmm.
will find that your time with the recruiter might be very short, but they will be able to make a decision um, rather very, very quick. So you have to be on point, you have to be strategic, you can't blubber, you can't put in a lot of fluff, you have to get straight to the point because they're going to be tuning you out so that they can talk to other people. So
Uh-huh.
what you want to do, find out who those companies that are attending, and I told you the names of those who will be attending. You need to know the positions that they're going to be hiring for. So go on the website, find out what they're hiring for, research who will be showing up at the job fair, right? And do some research about that person as well, and develop what we call your elevator pitch, your 1 minute pitch, right? So that you can touch various points so that they can know who you are within a minute or less.
Uh-huh.
Am I making any sense,
Yes,
Dari?
it's these points are tips that you've shared with us. The 6 second rule comes to mind, where a targeted resume comes to mind. What you're basically giving the candidate the opportunity to demonstrate that they've been paying attention for the past several weeks.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, make sure you have a very quiet area,
Hmm.
right? So put that all in order. A quiet area, put the dogs to sleep, put
No,
the
okay. Not maybe just well, we understand. Not to sleep as in permanent.
yes, well, maybe not to sleep because I'm not sure who can do that, But you understand you understand what I'm saying. So find a quiet area that is, where people can hear you. The recruiter will be able to hear you clearly. Um, Even though it's going to be virtual, still dress the part. I mean, not put on a three-piece suit or anything like that. But you're not sure if the recruiter might say, you know what, we want you on camera. You understand?
Yeah.
So be prepared for that. Have your paperwork and your resume ready. Have that ready. I've been to so many job fairs. I've hosted so many job fairs for so many companies, and people are not ready. They come, they heard that, okay, 5 people will be there or 10 recruiters will be there, and they show up with one resume. The good thing, the good thing with this is that it's going to be virtual, so you can just email them. However, we don't want you to email them a resume that was addressed to somebody else.
Yes.
So if you're going to be personalizing, then make sure that you have at least um, 5 soft copies with each recruiter the name of the companies on your resume or on your cover letter so that it is personalized and then you send that individually. All right.
Got you.
Um, so again, for the listeners, you're tuning into the Career Corner, and we're here. I'm so afraid to say every Monday, but we're here every Monday.
Yeah.
You know, and yes, we're on LinkedIn, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. That's at TalentBox Jamaica, and we assist you and guide you as it relates to all things career. And we're not just for job seekers, we're here for recruiters and employers as well. So if you're an employer and you need assistance with recruiting talent, there is a way how it needs to be done. You may not have the skill set, you may have the skill set, but don't have the time. You need to be talking to TalentBox Jamaica. Or if you don't want to outsource your recruitment function to us, you just need applicants. That is where Career JA comes in. You can just advertise your job, pay a monthly fee, and you get the applications coming directly to you. So never think that, oh, I have to sign a contract with TalentBox for them to recruit for me. I can't do that. It's expensive. You can just say, I just want you to advertise for us. And we do that. And we send you all the applications
All right.
um, as well. Right? So, again, be prepared for the job fair that's going to be happening tomorrow. Another part that people need to pay attention to is that they must check their connection. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when I was coming on this live, it says that you need to switch to this particular whatever in StreamYard to
Mm-hmm.
get a better quality. And I figured it was because of the weather. And so I know that if I turn on my camera, it's going to be very choppy. I might drop off, I might come back on. And so you have to keep these things in mind as well. So I've decided, okay, let's not use the camera because you want to ensure that it is a good quality.
Yes.
Um, so keep that in mind. So check your connection and follow up, follow up after the virtual job fair. A lot of people don't do that. They would attend the job fair, they probably will do well. 2 weeks pass, 1 week, 2 weeks pass, and they don't follow up.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do that. You have to follow up. You know, because again, the recruiter might have had a number of candidates, um, you know, talking to, and you really didn't stand out. You know, maybe you didn't do such a great job. We wanted to, but maybe it didn't happen. In order for you not to stand out from the crowd, is by following up, reaching out to that recruiter. Say, hey, I connected with you yesterday or whatever on the virtual job fair. I'm just touching base regarding this role. So
Yes.
that's important as well. Follow up, follow up, follow up. Yep.
Yes, and
What do you
that
think?
yeah, that reminds me of a conversation we had about standing out. Um, when we had our talk about selection versus elimination, and that follow-up conversation can be very crucial in closing. If you even missed it, that follow-up conversation, depending on how you handle it, can be the difference between a second chance or not being considered at all.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because there are times, in fact, to be quite frank, I was recruiting for a research manager role and for a company, Blue Dot Insights, and Blue Dot, they actually predicted the last general election. So I'm not sure if you were tuned into to nationwide news, and there was this company that was predicting the general election. That was Blue Dot Insights, and they were searching for a research manager. And this particular candidate applied, and I saw the resume, but I'm like, maybe not. She's
Uh-huh.
good, but let me not. I think, in fact, I said, let me go back to a resume at not a time. And for some reason, I forgot. Bam! I got a phone call, and hi, this is X and X. I applied for this role, and I never got a call. I want to find out what's happening. I
Mm-hmm.
think that I'm a good fit. And I said, but hold on. Yeah, I saw your resume. And I said to her, let me go and look at your resume now and see what
Your comments.
really pay some attention to it. When
Yes.
I went back, she was really, really a good fit. But I just literally forgot, so it will happen. And I said to her, it's a good thing you called, because if you hadn't called, I probably would have missed you, even though initially
Mm-hmm.
I saw you, but then I got distracted and then never remembered to actually shortlist you, right? So if she hadn't called, and she went up to the interview, she did assessments and everything very well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important that you do that initial follow up, because you might be a good candidate, but probably have just the recruiter just missed you.
Mm-hmm.
So again, you have to do your follow up. Pay attention to your first impression, as you've mentioned, and present your best self.
Yes. Yeah.
Present your best self tomorrow, as well. Yes, I'm excited, Rodari, for tomorrow. It's an opportunity to help out all the job seekers, to get them. And I know people are going to get employment. I know,
Yes.
that a few will be joining and they're going to land an
They,
opportunity. It
they
happens all the time.
they have been well prepared. The last few weeks, we spent time on virtual etiquette. All the points that you recapped just now, making sure that your background is not offensive. So make sure that anything that is might be politically incorrect or inappropriate is removed from your background where you'll be having your camera. All the points you shared, making sure that your background is as quiet as can be, free from distractions, making sure that you're dressed, not just in a nice top, but make sure that you have on pants or skirts as the situation.
Yes, yes. The
Right.
recruiter might ask you to do an exercise.
So all you have been preparing us for the past few weeks, and tomorrow TalentBox Jamaica will be hosting a virtual job fair. And so all these skills, all these information that Andrew has been sharing with us for the past few weeks will pay off if you are participating. Andrew, again, the platforms on which they participate in the job fair.
TalentBox, Jamaica, and that is on YouTube and Facebook,
Mhm.
or Career JA on Facebook. And if you're tuning in on LinkedIn, it's going to be Andrew K. Fairman. I think you have to send me a connection request.
Yes. Yeah.
For that, I'm not sure, but yeah, I think so, or maybe not. I'm not so sure. um, so I'm excited,
Mhm.
and the recruiters are excited, as well. So this is your opportunity, and there are jobs available not just in one particular area, but in Kingston, in Montego Bay, and especially for Sagicor,
Mhm.
almost in every parish
Yes.
you will find Sagicor branch. So yes, we're happy. Also, Rodari is coming to an end in a few days. The competition.
Uh-huh. Yes. I almost
Uh,
forgot about that. Updating your profile. You're
yeah.
100% on careerja.com.
Yes, so make sure that you've uploaded your resume and it's completed to at least 100%, because it's going to take us some time, to find the winners, and to make sure that their profile is ready. But we're going to be giving away some really, really great prizes. Again, the winners are able to win at least Um, one first prize is 25,000 Jamaican dollars. Second prize is 15,000 Jamaican dollars, and third prize is 10,000 Jamaican dollars. You've got to be in it to win it. If you don't have a ticket, you don't have a chance. And your ticket is going on to www.courageaa.com to upload your resume and complete your profile to at least 100
Pers-
percent.
mhm.
Yes, and stay put because opportunities are there. And I'd like to say for all those in listener land, if
Mhm.
there's such a word, you would tell me if there's such a word or not, or viewer land, whatever the case may be, for those who are in HR or for those who want to branch off in, not in HR, but recruitment particularly, we will be launching a certified recruiter program August 1st. It's a 2 month program where we will address, let me see if I can find the flyer. We will address certain areas um, and actually give you a foot in the door to become a certified recruiter or an expert recruiter.
Awesome.
It's a 2 month, a month and a half program actually.
Mhm.
Um, and the cost is $20,000. Or if an organization is going to sponsor you, they're sending at least three people, it is 37,500 for three,
Uh-huh.
right? So they're getting some benefits there. And we will be, go ahead.
Yeah, no, well, what has crossed my mind is who is this program for? Is it for somebody already in HR, or is it for like myself? I've never been in HR. What's the prerequisites? What are the prerequisites?
Okay, so it would be for anybody, but particularly those who are not in the space and you want to branch off,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you want to have a foot in the door, and you're not sure how recruiting is done, and you want the elements, you want the fundamentals, for those who are in HR, absolutely as well, because there is a science behind recruiting,
Yes.
right? There is a personality profile that does well in and professional recruiting at that, right? And a lot of people don't really understand that it can be a lucrative career. Outside of just working for a corporate company, you can in fact be a recruiter on your own and do the exact same thing that I'm doing, and it can be
Okay.
very lucrative as well. So we'll be looking at the curriculum. Actually, will include recruiting fundamentals, high volume recruitment. So if you're in an organization as a BPO, they do what we call high volume. They need 50 people in one day. So there is a method to that madness that you need to understand. Then we'll talk about sourcing versus recruiting. You
Mm-hmm.
need to know how to source people, which is different from recruiting. So in other words, you need to know where the quality candidates are and how to attract them.
Uh-huh.
Then we look at introduction to performance-based hiring, how you hire high performers. We'll look at that, and then how you draft compelling job descriptions. We talk about the interview scorecard, interview techniques. We talk about LinkedIn recruiter, because LinkedIn has a module that's particularly for recruiters. We'll talk about employer branding to attract talent, because all of that, Rodari, goes into recruitment. And a lot of people don't know that your employer brand affects the quality of candidates that you get.
Uh-huh.
We'll talk about uncovering um, unconscious bias. We're all biased and we don't know that we're biased, right? And that affects the type of candidates that you get and those who come in to work for you. And then we'll talk about the candidate experience as
Awesome.
well.
All
So
right.
all of this, yeah.
Yep.
Mhm. So
Exciting
just
things
to,
happen.
just to finalize, We need to close out. Oh boy. So it's going to be from April 1st to May 6th, every Thursday at 9 a.m. to 10:30. So it's only for 1 hour. So again, you can send me an email at andrew.fairman@talentboxjamaica.com or admin@talentboxjamaica.com.
All right.
Sorry, did I go over time?
Yep, we're a little over time. So again, just to recap, what's happening tomorrow?
A virtual job fair, and we have Sagicor, Vistaprint, Caribbean Producers, Ernest and Young, Concentric Jamaica, and C4 Global Solutions all participating tomorrow with various job opportunities right across Jamaica. If you need a job, you have to tune in 6:30 p.m. across LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube.
All right. Thank you so much, Andrew. Always a pleasure having a chat with you. Viewers on Facebook sharing how much they love this program. Thank you for making it in. All right. So with that, we close out. Andrew, next week, walk good and stay blessed, my brethren.
Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.
All right. So that was the career corner, the headhunter himself, Mr. Andrew Fairman. It is now 3 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock. We come back inside Monday Math Trivia right after these messages.
Struggling to find the right candidate? Need to streamline your recruitment process with a simple and user-friendly platform? Introducing Career JA, Jamaica's newest and most